Hello and welcome to Channel 1009 News. My name is Macho Man Randy Cabbage.
And I'm Sack.
Tonight we'll be covering American involvement in the Mexican Revolution and the search for Pancho Villa.
Stick around after the break for the latest news on the relationship between the United States and Mexico.
Are you tired after a long workout? Then have a Coke. It's cold and refreshing and fit for any activity.
Is your birthday dull and boring? Enlighten the mood with a Coke. It'll make every occasion grand.
Are you feeling under the weather with a cold or the flu? Have a Coke.
Woo!
It's made with real cocaine. It'll help you get back on your feet in no time.
Welcome back, folks. First on our agenda, we're talking about the Mexican Revolution in 1913.
So, in 1913, there was a bloody civil war in Mexico. In the aftermath, General Victoriano Huerta took over the Mexican military and declared himself dictator.
Yes, and President Woodrow Wilson was quick to undermine this bold move. He said that the U.S. should not recognize any dictator who seized government in pursuit of his own agendas.
President Wilson attempted to make peaceful offers with Huerta, but both sides did not consent. In response, Wilson turned to the enemies of Huerta.
They were known as the Constitutionalists, and Wilson asked them to purchase weaponry in America in order to stage a counter-revolution.
Huerta ended up capturing an American group of soldiers, so in response, President Wilson sent the first soldiers into Mexico to occupy the city of Veracruz. The initial mission was successful, but the U.S. lost 18 men.
President Wilson wanted to avoid committing America to war, so he called on Argentina, Brazil, and Chile for assistance.
With this assistance, the whole situation basically dissipated. Huerta fled the country, and a new government was established in 1915. The president of Mexico would be Venustiano Carranza, a constitutionalist.
At this point, Wilson thought his troubles in Mexico were over, but this was not the case. More on Venustiano Carranza and his relationship with the U.S. after a word from our supporters.
Is it cold outside? Then have Campbell's tomato soup. It'll keep you warm on a cold night. Back, don't you just love Campbell's? It's America's favorite soup.
Keep you warm on a cold night.
Anyway, back to the story on Venustiano Carranza. He, with the aid of the U.S. and a few other countries, took control of Mexico and its new government in 1915.
Unfortunately for Mr. Carranza, his reign was very short-lived. Soon after he took over, another revolution broke out.
The revolution was started by one of Carranza's own chief generals. It was the one and only Pancho Villa.
This Villa character is quite interesting, actually. He was a strange background story. He lost his father at a young age, witnessed his sister get sexually harassed, and then shot the man who was doing it. He spent multiple years on the run and became a bandit. He ended up doing large crimes like robbing banks.
Later on, he joined a regime that overthrew an old dictator named Porfirio Diaz with his friend Francisco Madero. He became friends with the aforementioned Victoriano Huerta, but was betrayed and sent to prison.
He then broke out seeking revenge on Huerta, who by now was Mexico's self-proclaimed dictator, as mentioned earlier. Huerta was overthrown. Villa joined forces with an old ally named Venustiano Carranza, and was also aided by America to win the revolution. So Villa played a role in each of the revolutions.
And that brings us back to the current topic. So now Carranza is in power, and already the United States and Pancho Villa are pleased with his results. So naturally, they staged another rebellion to bring down yet another Mexican ruler.
But Carranza started pushing for democracy in Mexico, and President Wilson withdrew his forces.
Exactly. And Villa retaliated by leading a raid into Columbus, New Mexico. 19 Americans were killed in the event.
Enraged, President Wilson sent a brigadier general by the name of John J. Piercing to find Villa and capture him dead or alive.
That brings us to our final subject of the night, American Punitive Expedition, the search for Pancho Villa. Up next. Don't go away, we'll be right back. Do you like basketball? If you don't like bowling, use Vaseline.
Thank you.
Helps with minor cuts and bruises.
Yes, I'm here with Mr. John J. Pershing of the U.S. military, the leader of the punitive expedition. How are you doing tonight, John?
Very well, and yourself?
Well, actually, I ordered a pizza about an hour ago, but yeah. What are your thoughts on the thing? You know, the thing about the guy and the thing. Yeah.
The punitive expedition? You mean that? Well, I know that we were unable to locate Pancho Villa, but I still think the whole mission as a success. We were able to deliver a strong attack on his followers and wipe many of them out. Without his forces, he isn't much of a threat now. I personally wish we could have stayed out there longer, but I understand President Wilson's reasoning for ending the search. So in general, I'm happy with the result, and I heard through the grapevine that President Wilson may have a promotion waiting for me.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for coming out. Well, actually, I've been informed that this isn't actually a microphone, it's a pencil, and the lights have gone out. I didn't get the pizza. That's what I think about the night. I quit! Cut to black.
Well then. Well, this has been Channel 1009 News for when literally nothing else is on.
Tune in next week to find out which restaurant near you could have terrible kitchen sanitation and to learn which presidential candidate we clearly hate and are going to rip on all night and pretend we are biased.
I am Macho Man Randy Cabbage.
And I am Sack.
Thank you, and good night.